It's the classical era, and Wu Zetian's China is in a dark age. And in case you missed it, tech and civic randomization has created an additional challenge for us this time around. Hello, Legion, this is Hadrian. Thank you for being here. Let's play some more Civilization 6 in Series 3 of our Controlled Chaos Metaseries, Empire of Espionage. So, defensive tactics is the civic for Wu Zetian. And the reason that it's the civic is that it gives us a free spy. And we can start spying on people in the classical era, stealing technology and civics progress as China, which is how you win as Wu Zetian. Unfortunately, the situation that we're in is that we have to research all of these civics first, which is every other classical era civic, before we can research defensive tactics. Every single one. They're all branched in to a single connection to defensive tactics. Yay. So that's a bit of an additional challenge, but we will roll with it. And that's what we're already doing. We have a shrine going up here and a shrine going up here. They'll be done in 2 turns. And that will help us hopefully lock in a religion, which we were not able to enjoy in our previous series. So I'm looking forward to that. Let's go ahead and look into our technology options. We just finished engineering, so we have access to the aqueduct. One of our cities needs one, so that's good. I think Terracotta Army would be kind of nice. It also would be somewhat fitting. Let's go ahead and do that just to, since it's an option that will give us access to the lumber mill, which will help with production in places where they can be built. And let's continue here. So we have access to the granary now, and I probably need to build one, but I also probably need to build a campus. Or a theater square for that matter, but a campus probably is even more important. Tell you what, let's get... God, that's going to be an amazing campus spot right there. We're going to do a couple of things here. I want to go ahead and buy... Well, no, we're not going to buy that tile yet because we don't have to. Let's get a builder going in Beijing, because we're going to need to clear that so that we can build a campus there. And we're definitely going to do that. Now, I have open borders with Mongolia, so it's interesting how far this... I was about to say spy. How far this scout has traveled. But I think I'll just have them continue to kind of skirt the borders. The scout's going to skirt. And we'll improve that copper there. Extra gold in production in Chengdu. Chengdu is on growth focus. Jiaodong is on growth focus. Zhan is on no focus. Hello. And then Beijing is also on no focus. That's interesting. I think I'd rather have the builder in 5 turns right now. So I'll leave that on no focus. I could even... No, if I put it on production focus, it doesn't change. There's only 2 citizens, so there's not a whole lot of wiggle room for that. If you're not sure why that is, there are only 2 citizens currently in Beijing, as you can see. So there are only 2 outer tiles being worked, apart from the central tile for the city, which is always being worked if there's a city there. And even if we were to... I mean, we could turn off, we could forbid that these tiles be worked, or forbid that production be prioritized. But even then, they would still go for the tiles that had like the most food yield, which are these. So I can turn this on, and these are the tiles that get worked. But even if I turn it off, these are still the best 2 tiles to be worked. The only thing that changes is if I put it on food focus, which then prioritizes this tile, which doesn't provide any production. So once you start having more population available to cities, then there are more combinations possible, obviously, and more tiles are available too to larger cities, which allows you to really tweak these focuses to your heart's content. Anyway, the Yellow River has flooded. Damage in the area is severe. All right. Well, thankfully, we don't have a city on the Yellow River yet. Let's go to the next turn. And we will continue to scout. Let's cross this river just in case Mongolia becomes hostile. I don't want that scout to die. Now, we can't trade with Montezuma yet, but I really would like that sugar sooner than later. So I'll have to keep an eye on that. We are 2 points away from locking in a golden age, which will give us a heroic era during the medieval age, which is freaking awesome. Machu Picchu has been built by an unmet player. Shrines are almost done.
History is the version of past events that people have decided to agree upon.
Do I still want these bonuses? 100% campus adjacency bonus is going to be an amazing policy to have in place once I have better campuses. But for now, I kind of like the idea of just continuing with production bonuses towards builders. Let's go for theology next. And it looks like we were one turn away from finishing a builder in Chengdu, so let's go ahead and finish that builder. And then here in Jiaodong, now that this is up, we can put a theater square down here, and I think that's probably for the best. We've already got a couple of campuses, so we need to make sure that we have something producing culture as well. Let's go ahead and appoint a new governor, Pingala, and we can put them either in Beijing or Jiaodong. I'm going to say Jiaodong for now, and we'll move them if needed. But Pingala is better to have in larger cities for reasons that will be obvious as we continue to promote him. All right, we're going to just keep exploring down here. Oh, hi.
Én vagyok Magyarországnak királya. Ellenségim ostora, az igaz híveknek védelmezője. Üdvözöllek.
King Matthias of Hungary. We would love to sample your hospitality. All right, let's see if we can be friends. Thank you for the gifts of your delegation, and may your generosity be blessed. Okay, that's good. Any chance you can open your borders to me, Matthias? Let's see if we can get that from him before... I'll take 14 gold. Oh, he's got gold to trade, by the way. Okay. So we've bought that from him. Yeah, we're going to do this. This is going to happen. Let's take a quick look at our great people progress. Yeah. How many religions have been founded? 3 of 6. We're good. We're good. We are going to found one of the world's religions because we're now producing a ton of great people points per turn, specifically not for Confucius, but for the prophet after Confucius. It looks like there are multiple players who are vying for Confucius. So that'll be interesting to see. I think everyone has to start over when one great prophet gets earned. So this unmet player is going to get Confucius. But we're producing 4 per turn. I'd be very surprised if we didn't get a religion. Let's put it that way.
Create with the heart. Build with the mind.
Okay, so we have access to the Terracotta Army Wonder, and we have access to the Lumber Mill. Your progress towards games and recreation has advanced considerably. Yeah, I'll tell you what, let me go ahead and improve. There's a couple things I can do here. Take care of that pasture, and we're going to improve that wheat. We've needed to do that for a while. There are only so many charges each builder gets. All right, I'm going to go ahead and look into shipbuilding because I want to know what this technology is. Although horseback riding is also quite tempting, as is mathematics. Man, if I could get Petra. That's tempting. Yeah. Okay, I'm going to go for mathematics first, just so I have that option on the table in case I want to go for it. Because I would love to get Petra. Okay, so now we have... I do want to build a government plaza in Chengdu. Let's go ahead and put one here. Well, hang on. Yeah. The government plaza increases the yields of adjacent districts. So I was kind of thinking, can I put it next to the holy site? But I don't think there's going to be a whole lot more districts in that area. There's not going to be a lot of spots, just not a lot that I can do with those tiles, at least not at a glance. So I'll hold off. Okay, so I'm going to move this scout here, and we're going to start looking around on this side of the mountain range. I like what I'm seeing, because China hasn't claimed this area yet, so we might be able to lock down this area. It's kind of a hard border. I like that there's a natural border for us here. That's fantastic. Defensively, we are in a very, very good position. We're cut off from the rest of the continent by a mountain range. That is a first in the meta series, and frankly doesn't happen very often quite this amazingly. So, I will take it. All right, now we have an amazing campus district available here, and I think I want to go ahead and build it, because the sooner we have that much science progress, the better. I will keep Jean on growth focus, though, because the more citizens working, the better. Also, we do have marble available to us there, so I need to improve that when I can. Hey, an aurora, look at that. Any Long Dark viewers watching? Your delegation is most welcome. All right, so Hungary has sent a delegation back, and he is friendly toward me. Yay. Kind of had a feeling that would happen, but it's still nice. All right, classical era is going to end in 10 turns. The countdown has started. I think we will very likely get the religion that we're going for. Let's take a look at this. 5 of 6 religions have been founded. Oh no. We actually might not. Because it seems like there are still... Maybe these don't get... Yeah, maybe these don't get spent and you don't have to I was thinking that every single time a great prophet... I've never really paid like a ton of attention to exactly how this happens when one great prophet gets earned. And it seems like what's happening is rather than these counts getting reset, as I was about to say, it's just kind of going down the list for whoever's earned the most great profits, great profit points, which is less than ideal, to put it mildly. All right, we've already expanded into that particular tile, which is great. I'm just going to start on a granary, but we will be able to consume this for production before long. All right, envoy. Extra faith per turn, sure. Wow, there's a large desert down here south of Hungary. Don't know if there's any other civilizations, but we're about to find out. All right, this is going to be the moment of truth with regard to whether or not we are going to get a religion. Oh, wait. We got the Great Prophet. Recruit. How'd that happen? See, now I'm just confused, because I was trying to pay very close attention to that. Yeah, the interface is gone now. All individuals of this type have already been earned. So we got the very last one, even though it seemed like there were other... Maybe what it does is it... Yeah, let's take a look at this. Maybe that's it. Okay. So, yeah, basically what it does is it keeps the people that have already earned a certain number of points on the list. So I was seeing everyone that had already earned one. Interesting. All right, we're going to found this religion. And we'll get to it in just a moment. But for now, it's really, really good news. Extra amenities and housing in cities with governors. New cities receive a free builder. God, I love that. We have to do the Ancestral Hall for that reason. Choose a religion. Okay, then. Let's take a moment to look over our extensive list, thanks to Tomatek's legendary mod, and find one that fits. So many amazing options and icons. I'm in part doing this for my benefit and in part doing it for yours, just so you can see what the various options are with this mod if you've never used it before. But I'm also genuinely scouring for the one that fits the most. I mean, this is literally Confucius that we're using, so Confucianism might be the way to go, just for narrative consistency, if nothing else. Yeah, you know what? I think we pretty much have to. Ooh, not a lot of options left, though. Zen meditation. +1 amenity in cities with 2 specialty districts. Specialty districts are any districts that are related to a core yield. So, these. Holy Sites District Faith Adjacency Bonus provides production as well. No, I'd rather have Zen meditation, I think. And then the Daramare. Daramare is like, I almost always go for this as a holy building, because the sooner you build them, the more faith they're giving you by the end of the game. It's great. And just like that,
we can no more have exact religious thinking without theology than exact mensuration and astronomy without mathematics, or exact iron-making without chemistry.
just like that. We have unlocked a heroic era after we're done with this Dark Age, which we will be in 9 turns. Fantastic news. So, next thing I want to do is chop down those woods. And we're going to go for games and recreation. That's done in 3 turns. And we're almost done with all the research that I needed to do. Well, it's not research, it's civics. All the cultural development that I needed to do. All right, extra science per turn for each citizen. So here's what I was talking about. The more citizens in the city that Pingala is governor of, the more these bonuses will provide. Let's go with researcher, since that's the one that we need more right now. And we're going to force this to update. Well, didn't seem to do much there. But it will. Hang on, maybe if we do this one. No? Usually if you're... Maybe I just didn't see it change. But usually if you change the yields of one of your cities after you add those bonuses, it'll update if it doesn't update immediately. So anyway, I stand corrected. We can become suzerain of Hong Kong right now, which we are definitely going to do for narrative purposes. And let's continue down here. Nice. We've met the Hermetic Order. You've discovered a mysterious society called the Hermetic Order. A wandering mystic appears at your palace. His body is covered in writing of a kind that you've never seen before. The symbols even seem to shine of their own accord. He begins to lecture your courtiers about the hidden alchemical properties of matter, about how mercury can be induced to flow towards the sound of birdsong, how elemental sulfur can be rendered out of sacred texts, and about the hidden resonance of certain stones in moonlight. He asks you, do you too seek to know the true nature of things? So we need a governor title in order to actually appoint the Hermetic Order. So let's take a look at what some of the bonuses are. So the core ability of the Hermetic Order is Neophyte. Reveals the ley line resource on the map. Ley lines give a major adjacency bonus to all specialty districts. The core ability of the Void Singers unlocked by discovering a tribal village, allows you to construct the Old God obelisk building, a powerful replacement of the monument. Interesting. We're going to keep looking for the other secret societies before I select one, though. We are, of course, letting a lot of time pass. We're almost 69 turns into the game. But we're going to hold off, because I want the full gamut of options, and I don't at all have a bias towards any of the remaining options. Why would you suggest that? That's rude. I don't know what you're talking about. Nope. No bias here. None. I'm not holding out for one particular possibility. No. Why would I do that? I need to be open to all strategic possibilities so that I can win with the maximum flexibility. Yes, that. Why would I wait for one above all the rest of them? Also, hello?
If I were again beginning my studies, I would follow the advice of Plato and start with mathematics.
Okay, so we have access to Petra. We also have access to the diplomatic quarter district. Yeah, so we definitely have a natural border here. For a second, I thought that this city had been founded within it, but it has not, so we're good. All right, let's go for shipbuilding so that we can reveal this technology. And we're going to continue to look around. It looks like there's another civilization down here, so we can say hello.
Au nom du peuple canadien, bienvenue. Je suis le Premier ministre Laurier.
Well, if it isn't Wilfrid Laurier. It's an honor to meet you. We would love to sample your hospitality, because you are quite hospitable. Or so we hear, Canada. You've met the Canadian Empire. That's so funny to see that phrase. All right, so we met Canada. Now we're 6 points ahead of the threshold for the Golden Age. So we're literally golden. So golden, in fact, it's going to be rather heroic. Okay, and now the moment of truth. Let's go ahead and remove from the queue that granary. And I'm going to harvest this stone here in order to take some production so that I can build an amazing campus district right there. And it's going to be done in 9 turns. Yeah, we'll roll with that. That's fine. We could also chop down those woods and get it done even faster, which is always handy. Interesting. You want to give me 5 gold per turn and open your borders. And you just want some to... You know what? You know what, Canada? Cool. Great. Let's go. I will take your gold per turn. Send delegation. Thank you for the kindness of your delegation. We are pleased to receive them. All right, we still don't have anything we can trade, but that's why we're cranking out builders as fast as we possibly can. Now, this is a marshland, so I can go ahead and clear that and help that city grow. All right, we found the southern edge of the continent and the map down here near Montreal. I could tell there was another civilization there for a moment. I just wasn't quite sure what the colors were. It was either white or tan, which is a couple of different options. Oh, sorry, Sean.
Is a close second.
Okay, still nothing to change. I want to keep my production bonuses towards builders. I'm liking how this is going. I'm also liking the fact that we are now so close to having defensive tactics as an option. Okay, let's once again remove this from the queue for the time being. I'm going to chop down these woods. We're going to get 54 production from that, and I'm going to use that I really like the idea of using it toward Petra. It's only going to take 12 more turns. I can put it right here. I'm doing it. I'm doing it. We're going for Petra. We're doing it. All right, so we'll keep it on production focus for now. I might come to regret that decision, but right now I feel great about it, and that's the feeling that I'm going to stick to, okay? Our friendship with Montezuma has expired. Let's redeclare that before he can decide not to like me. Let us celebrate your friendship. Okay. So diplomatically, we're off to a great start. All right, let's clear there. Now we have 3 citizens, and the campus is going to be done in 6 turns. That's going to be even, like, almost before we're done with this age, which I don't want it to be, frankly, because I want to get the era score for it in the next era. So I might do a little bit of finagling of the finishing. Finagling of the finishing of that district in order to make sure we don't get the era score bonus this era, because we don't need it this era. So we could build something else in the meantime. I'll have to keep a close eye on that. Cleo wants to give me 2 gold per turn for 13 horses. You know what? Let me see if I can play Cleo like a fiddle here. I'm going to reduce the offer. I'm going to make her give me less gold per turn for the same amount. And see if maybe that will make her like me a little bit more. Holy crap, Montezuma's got an army. I am glad I am your friend. We will never, ever turn our backs on you or spy on you when you're not looking. Don't worry. It's fine. We're not going to betray your confidence. Also, you better not attack Hong Kong. There will be repercussions. Okay. Yeah, see, I could chop down those woods too, interestingly enough. I'm going to use the builder's last charge to get this camp built, though. 5 turns. Yeah, I think we'll get the era score when the transition happens.
Between a sailor and eternity.
Although that could change when the city grows. Colossus is available, Quadrireme is available, and all land units can embark, which will potentially help our scout get home. All right, let's go ahead and go for currency. As much as I would like horseback riding, we're not really at risk of war with any empires right now, so let's go for currency so that we can have an industry when possible. And I do want to go ahead and train a missionary of Confucianism here. You know, as much as I would like the... Well, yeah, I do need to build the amphitheater first, don't I? That's one of the core advancement. Those 2 yields are everything. Science and culture. You've got to push to get those as high as possible, as soon as possible, in all cases. All right, we have discovered the city of Ottawa. Canadian city, of course. Okay. Next turn. All right, 4 turns now. It's still showing 4 turns, which is good. That's what I wanted. We have Meta City State.
Must often wipe a bloody nose.
And we can build a statue of Zeus. Which city-state did we meet? Oh, Auckland. I wonder if that was a barbarian... oh my god. They've got a canal. Oh, that's so cool. So we can get passage through Auckland. And it's Auckland, and it's in our territory. So for those of you who don't know why Auckland is amazing, shallow water tiles you own provide +1 production. Shallow water tiles. Any shallow water. Any of them provide +1 production. We have a lot of shallow water near us, okay? A lot. So having Auckland not only in the game, but solidly in my territory, where they're defended and can't be taken, is incredible. Holy shit. Okay. Defensive tactics. 6 turns. And we will finally have our free spy as China. That's like the whole reason we're playing as Wu Zetian. All right, I want to be careful here because of this volcano being active, but we are going to move the scout right up next to it. Is that Sitlaltepel? The TL is throwing me a little bit. Either Sitlaltepel or Sitlaltepet. Gonna have to learn that later. If anyone knows how to pronounce that, feel free to tell me in the comments. All right, 8 turns until Petra is done. That's going to be era score for the next era as well, which is quite nice. 2 turns. Perfect. Here's Quebec City. We're moving back up through Canadian territory, and we're going to see if we can explore this area of the map. Oh, Hungary is no longer friendly toward me. Can we declare friendship with Canada? Because why wouldn't we be, you know? Their secret society is the Hermetic Order. And it looks like there are others that have gone with the Void Singers. Those could introduce interesting diplomatic challenges, by the way. Be curious to see how that goes. All right, only 2 turns left here. These campuses are going to be amazing. I'm most excited about Petra, but these campuses are going to be great too. Also, the housing is a bit lacking in Beijing at the moment, but for obvious reasons. I've been very focused on getting that district built. If you're curious why I'm focusing so much on the campus districts and on settling near mountains, it was something that not only is it a good practice in general, but it's also something that didn't happen during the previous series in the meta series, which is called King of Kings. We started at the north side of the continent and had really no mountain range near us to speak of, so it was very difficult. There also was no jungle near us, so it's very difficult to build a powerful campus and build up a lot of science progress. So the fact that we already have 4 cities and we have 2 good campuses building is freaking great. I'm happy about it. I'm going to send the archer to explore here, just see what's on the other side of this area, because we could have another city here with a great campus if I'm lucky. And I'm feeling kind of lucky at the moment, so, you know. All right, we've converted Jean to Confucianism. And we're going to go to the next turn, which will give us our heroic era and a lot of era score. A lot of era score. Have I been playing for 32 minutes? Holy crap, it's 1 AD. What even is time? Can we talk about that? Every time I play an episode of this, especially if it's early in the series and you've just got this feeling of momentum, it's like, I look at the clock and I'm like, oh, I've been playing for half an hour. Cool, great. I can stop the episode on time. Totally. I wouldn't get carried away and use sentences like one more turn. The world has entered the... Isn't that interesting to see the color transition? There's the era score right away. Walking the quads and lingering outside classrooms of the campus near Beijing, you can hear scholars debate the ideas that will change the world.
If it does not
Money.
bring you happiness, will at least help you be miserable in comfort.
Money. If it does not bring you happiness. All right, Commercial Hub is available to us now. We also can build industries on top of rare resources. But most importantly, we have an amazing campus in Beijing. So we're up to 30 science per turn, which is competitive. We're still not keeping up with the AI bonuses that are being received, but we can select some dedications. And it looks like Canada and Clio are the only ones in a golden age that we know of. And then everyone else is in a normal age, interestingly enough. So I'm going to go for a monumentality. Extra movement for all builders. May purchase civilian units with faith. Eureka's provided an additional 10% of technology costs. Commercial Hub and Harbor District's Gold Adjacency bonus provides science as well. Inspirations provide an additional 10% of civic costs. Each city receives +1 culture for each specialty district. Yes, please. So, 20.7. There, it updated that time. So that's what I was talking about earlier in the episode where I was like, hey, you can make things update if you need to. So it was at 20, now it's at 27 because of that bonus that we just selected. Choose research. Horseback riding. Let's go ahead and do that. Or do we need to go ahead and say education? Let's say education. Let's focus on really building up that science advantage as much as we can. And with that in mind, let's finish the granary in Beijing. We need the housing bonus. Let's explore over here with the archer a little bit. And then we're going to cross this river with a scout. This scout can just come back this direction. I'm going to bring that scout back home, pretty much. This missionary is going to come down to Beijing. All right, so we've got some city-state quests to attend to. We'll look at those next episode. For now, I'm going to end this turn. This is the end of turn 77, moving to turn 78. We've made good progress. Petra is almost done. The World Congress is now taking its first vote. I'm trying to end the episode, World Congress. You're being incredibly rude. All right, so let's vote for ourselves to generate fewer grievances. And vote for ourselves. I'm not going to give up a lot of diplomatic favor, though. I'm just not going to worry about it. I'm not interested in forcing either one of those votes. Kublai Khan won the second one, and an unmet player seems to have won the first one. Cool. All right. We're at the beginning of turn 78. It is 80 AD. I'm going to stop this episode here. In the next one, we're going to finish Petra. We're going to get some air score for that, because that's an old world wonder. We are hopefully going to become suzerain of Auckland, which already follows Confucianism, which is great. And we should have some promotions, or upgrades rather, of units to pass around, as well as some additional scouting to do. It looks like we've got some rare resources out here. So more territory to be settled, and I'm really, really liking just the natural starting point that we've gotten. Just this start overall on this map has been incredible, especially relative to the last couple of starts that we've had, because this is just so much better than all of those. And I'm very happy with this at the moment. Again, if you watched King of Kings, you're especially appreciative of how flabbergasted I am by this, because it's amazing to get this great of a start after that last one. So we will keep this going with the next one, and we'll have to see what we can do with regard to the spy game in particular, because again, the randomization, the controlled chaos that we've gone with just as a matter of course, given the title of this metaseries, definitely decided to give me a bit of a hard time this time around. But I think I'm liking how it's going anyway. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this one, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to follow along. If it's not your first time or even your second, look for the join button to access unique emotes, badges, and other perks. New episodes are coming out every day but Monday at 11 a.m. US Eastern Time, and comments are always welcome. Let me know what you think, and I'll see you next time.